idea why this action was taken. Everything I read is horse shit. And pardon my language and prepare for more of the same. And why the hell is giving my car to my son part of a temporary restraining order?
Does he have possession or ownership of your car?
Absolutely not.
Is his name on the title, or has it ever been?
No, I'm not sure his name has ever been on anything other than his failing report card.
What about his birth certificate?
How is that relevant?
It's just what came to mind in the moment.
Oh, so you were sort of shooting from the hip, so to speak.
Yep.
A gunslinger. Well, hopefully from his spidey sense, you'll be in safe hands.
And that's why I want you here, dear.
Does he drive it? Is there a precedent of that?
He has stolen it when he wanted to use it, but he has no license.
I've told you so many times to call the police.
I didn't want to get him in trouble, Ted. This is my daughter, Rebecca.
It's Ed. Nice to meet you. Miss Rebecca, you were not named in this case, correct?
I have no idea. I just told my mom that if Ethan's gonna get the car, I'd blow it up.
That would not be a legal way to avert a judge's order.
This is $299 an hour. We should discuss tactics rather than what Wile E. Coyote would do.
175. Senior rates.
Ew.
Don't say ew after senior, dear. It will make me more despondent.
Miss Rebecca, you were witness to the alleged incident referenced in the complaint?
No, but I was witness to a lot of Ethan Holt's stunts. His
With all due
violent
respect,
episodes
Miss Rebecca, unless I address you, I'd like your mother to answer. You were not directly named.
Am I indirectly named?
You were not named at all.
No wonder I felt so lost. Mother, how could you?
I'm a little lost here. Miss,
Desiree. It's how we joke around. Pay it no mind.
Okay, Miss Desiree.
Just Desiree.
Miss Desiree, are you normally despondent?
I'm normally not anything.
Mom, this is going to be costly. Just answer yes or no.
You should be a lawyer. Miss Desiree, are you despondent?
Not yet, no.
Did you throw your cell phone at your son on June 27th, 2022?
I would never throw my cell phone at anyone or anything. That's insane. It would cost $1 zillion to replace the phone. I don't know about the face. I'm not familiar with the cost of plastic surgery as I still look youthful. Yes or no?
Yes!
I saw that.
Did you throw anything that evening at your son?
If I threw anything, it would have been remote, which no one can ever find. And I have bad aim, so no, I didn't. Final answer.
Did you knock your son's jaw out of line or cause bleeding?
Oh my God! Does he say that I did?
He claims his jaw was impacted by an airborne object. Your cell phone causing blood in or around his mouth, maybe his gums.
Did he mention that his gums always bleed because he wears braces and picks at them obsessively, often with foreign objects?
I don't see that. He wears braces?
He had to change his bite, which had shifted from grinding his teeth in TMJ. The orthodontist left them on for too long, so when they were removed, Ethan needed braces again. His teeth were never crooked to begin with, but that orthodontist was. What else?
It says the phone was hurled with tremendous force, by the way.
Am I a supervillain who subjects family members to full frontal discus throwing randomly? And by the way,
Why is this even still a topic of discussion?
There was video presented to the judge, apparently.
Is it timestamped? Who took it? Was it attached as an exhibit?
None of this is stated or made clear. I think the judge might drop the cases if you know, as you said, nothing happened.
I said that I didn't throw a cell phone at him.
His claim says you did. If we convince the judge that you didn't throw a cell phone at him, we're good. Even if you threw an ammo.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. It's a heavy situation. He doesn't live with you, you've had no contact for months. He waited a year to report an emergency, but said nothing during the time he lived with you when it allegedly occurred. Technically, it's assault, so I'll have to check with Jethro Tull.
The band?
My supervisor. This is my first case. In the video, purportedly, there was blood. Did you cause any injury to your son?
He says I ruined his childhood, but that doesn't mean he should get my car. Does it? Why did the judge give him my car?
He ruined my childhood by beheading Barbie at my slumber party.
The judge has got to go. And Ethan knew you hated Barbie.
And all the more headless. And shut up about that.
Attorney-client's daughter, confidentiality. No worries. That's the sheriff's office. They're holding off on the car. Someone screwed up and checked the firearms box. Those have to be relinquished within 24 hours. Their lawyer withdrew the motion.
Rebecca, you needn't explode the car.
Well then, shoot.
Do you have any firearms?
Of course not. Do we look like gun-toting people?
When I used
Yes
the
or no?
term explode the car, I meant metaphorically, as in the notion of including the car in the order.
Let's address what could come up in a mock trial.
Ethan won't be good being questioned. He's shy and stutters. Please don't be too hard on him. I don't know why he's doing this. We were close. He's a terrific artist. I shouldn't have said that about my report card. He should have been an artist. And one letter, autistic to artistic.
Any idea what led to this?
My ex-husband started telling Ethan that Becky and I hated him. He got into political and people bashing, stopped therapy and taking his meds, and became a fascist. And one day he just moved out. I'm embarrassed.
No need.
I sure as hell am embarrassed.
How did we get here?
You drove your car, which you can now keep.
I know, you know what I mean. All those years of your dad punching holes in walls. Did you know he broke one of my ribs, Becky?
You've mentioned it about 40 times throughout the years, not that I'm counting.
Along with the other things I haven't mentioned.
You probably have, but please don't.
The DCPS was called in. We were under watch because of my ex-husband. Domestic violence is a family condition or whatever it's referred to now. We went to therapy and we talked about it, and a lot of
The
families
lucky
did.
ones.
And now at the age of 25, now he does this.
She's 27.
I neglected him, so why would I know his birthdays after he cut all ties with us? I tried to buy him those outrageously expensive sneakers that he wanted.
Even at Walmart, sneakers are pricey.
Stop it. Don't make me feel worse.
If that were but possible.
I'm a bad driver and obviously a bad mother, but this whole thing is a lie. My son is mentally ill and yeah, how did we get here? I'm guessing parental alienation, passive-aggressive, narcissistic, violent ex-husband.
I see this a lot. I call it presto reverso. When one side blames the other for what they've done.
You're not a terrible mother, but you might be a terrible defendant if you don't get to Ted's questions.
Ed.
Sorry. Ask my mom where she was the day of June 27, 2022. And Mom, you might want some info on the other plaintiff's complaint.
Are you a lawyer?
I'm still a member of the bar, but I've repented and went to the ministry. I work on death row and in hospices.
Oh man, that's impressive. And another coincidence. I got a PhD in theology and worked with prisoners, which is how I got here.
All roads lead to Rome.
And ruination.
Why aren't you representing her?
Let me count the reasons. The witticisms and criticisms and brokeisms.
Look who's talking.
Yeah, that. And she can't afford me. And there was a potential conflict of interest in the event that I was needed as a witness. That is, until I read the complaints while you guys were yapping.
There's another complaint?
From your ex-husband. Says he's afraid of your paramour because he's, oh geez, a burly black man.
Say that 3 times fast. Tongue twister.
And besides the racist comment that I can't believe was permitted and signed, his complaint says that you blare rock music, Jethro Tull, nonstop. Wow, is that a joke? Was he living near you? Why would he say this?
I'm surprised he would say anything at all.
Funny that you mentioned living, seeing as my dad died a year ago. And my mom doesn't have a paramour.
I would welcome a burly man of any race. My bar is low, but pun unintended.
They never are.
The racist complainant's name is Majestic Lee White. A joke?
Madge is no joke. She is our neighbor, a woman of color in her 70s, a nudist, and afraid of no one. She is a gun enthusiast, and she taught Ethan how to skeet shoot, and he would sketch her. Neither of them are what you would call social or well-liked. So, I'm wondering if she put him up to this.
I'm wondering how they even got to court. Neither of them had cards. And Mom, look at the date of the assault. June 27th, 2022, 2 p.m.
My ex-husband's funeral. Ethan may have injured himself afterwards. He did that self-harm. Poor little guy. Now I really feel like crying.
Me too.
Me too. The good news, it's a slam dunk dismissal. But, I mean, how you got to me, I mean us. I mean, the firm is like,
I know what you mean. You were the closest, so...
maybe, since we're so close, we could go, skeet shooting?
Sure. And you can sketch me. Clothed. Doing your awkward